Welcome to Mishna study Masechet Eruvin Perek Dal Mishnah Zayin. Over here in this Mishnah, we're going to discuss calling your place of residence from a distance. Right? So someone's coming, he's traveling on the road, and he sees that he's more than 2,000 amot away from his city, but you know what he sees? He sees out in the distance a tree that he knows that's in its home. And he sees from me to that tree is less than 2,000 amot. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to call that tree my place of residence, underneath that tree, my place of residence. And therefore, from that tree, I'll have 2,000 amah to where I'm standing now. And once I reach the tree, I'll have 2,000 amah and I can make it into my city for Shabbat. I mean, it's a great idea, brilliant. Is a person allowed to do this or not? So a person is coming on the road, he's worried it's going to get dark on him. And he knows, he recognizes a tree or a gader or a fence, right? These are Reshut Yachid, right? A place that's Reshut Yachid, or if it's in Reshut Rabim, it's a place that's fenced off, right? Ve'amar shavitati tahtav. He says, my shavita, my place of residence, is under it. Lo amar klum. He didn't say anything. It doesn't count. Why doesn't it count? Because he didn't specify enough. Underneath that tree could be, I don't know, 8 amot, 10 amot, 12 amot. Who knows how much? It could be under that tree. It could be a large area. So because he didn't specify the 4 amot that he's going to be, it doesn't count at all. But if he says, Shivitati ba'ikaro, my shivita, my place of residence is going to be at the trunk of that tree, perfect. He can walk from the place where he is now until that, the root, the trunk of the tree, 2,000 amah, reach there. And from the ikar, from the trunk of that tree, until his house, another 2,000 amah. It's what happens from the time of darkness on Shabbat rolls in. He's able to walk 4,000 amah because he was able to do this. Now, when are you allowed to do this? So firstly, we consider this person because he's coming alone on the road, right? We consider him an ani, so we consider him poor. He doesn't have anything at the moment, right? He doesn't have anything, and therefore he's allowed to make an eruv with his feet, as we'll see later in Mishnah Tet, right? We'll see this machloket, this discussion. And if there's less than 2,000 amah between him and the Reshut Yachid that he's looking to go to, and he knows the place and he says, my shivita, right, my place of residence is at that place, he could be koneh shivita. He can actually set that place as his place of residence, and it's as if he placed an eruv over there. Now, it needs to be on condition, right? And by the way, if he places an eruv there, he has 2,000 amah in all directions from that place where he's speaking of. It needs to be on condition that he can make it. If he took a sprint, right, he can make it there before Shabbat. And in that case, a person could be ma'arev b'raglav. He's allowed to make an eruv with his feet. And yani, he could say, my eruv, my shavita, my place of residence is over there. Right? This is a kula, right? We're not making him use bread, and he's not actually there. Right, but he's pointing it out, and he couldn't make it there before Shabbat, and that's what he could do. It needs to be a Reshut Yachid or an Reshut Rabim in a place that's fenced off. And as we mentioned, it needs to be a specific 4 amot. Now, if under the tree there's 8 amot under the tree, and he says Shvitati Tahtav, that doesn't work, right? Because he didn't specify 4 amot. But let's say there's only 7 amot under that tree. Right? If there's only 7 amot under the tree, then wherever he picks, right, you will have a specific area that he could point out to. Because if it's 4 amot on the right side, okay, that's one spot. If it's 4 amot on the left side, that's another spot. But in between, there will be an overlapping amah that's specific to what he mentioned. Because wherever he chose, he would have chosen that one amah. And in that case, even if he says, Shivitati tahtav is under the tree, if it's only a small tree, there's only 7 amot underneath it, that would also work in that case. Right? And Rambam points this out in the Pirush Mishnah. And he'd be able to continue on to his city. And halacha is like this Mishnah.